I'm taking a strap. I'm strapped up.
Seven, what was that about?
Let's make the fight happen. We strapped the fuck up.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 237 of the SZN Podcast. I'm your boy Kam.
I'm your boy Flowz.
And as always, guys, before we start the episode, I want you guys to head over to our Instagram page, which is SZN Podcast, or our Twitter page, which is SZN Pod. There's a link in the bio of both those pages, and that will take us to where we're situated at streaming-wise. So if you like audio, we've got the Spotify and Apple Podcast links and so on and so forth. And if you like your visuals, the YouTube link is also there. Visuals are uploaded onto our channel about 2-3 days after the audio drops. So make sure you do that for us, please, guys. Flowz, hope you're good.
Yeah, man. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. I know you're a bit excited for this one because, we're going to discuss.
Yes,
I know you're one major card for the weekend to talk about. The Gervonta Davis card, of course. One of PBC's big cards of the year is Gervonta. So it's always going to be a big card. Face the boxing, as they like to throw in our faces and say, tank over everyone, as Leonard Ellaby would say. Now, good card, good undercard, but Flowz, I want to dive straight into the main event because many talking points. Flowz, first question I have for you is this. It was Lamont Roach Jr. a cherry gone wrong?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, I think that's fair to. Yeah, I think that's fair to say. Maybe there's another angle to it, which I see some Tank fans throwing out there, which may be legitimate, but I guess we'll talk about it later. But yeah, I think it's a cherry gone wrong.
Cherry gone wrong. Damn, Gervonta. Damn. Now, he didn't lose to Lamont Roach Jr., listeners. So it's not like we can, go on about the guy like he lost. But goodness me. Could he have lost? He damn sure could have. Should he have lost? Argument can be made. He damn sure should have.
Yep.
Because
he lost in my eyes.
Because I've seen some things, Flowz, which I've never ever seen before. But yeah, look, we know we weren't, as boxing fans, as guys who genuinely follow the sport, all weight classes. When it was Lamont Roach Jr., it was rumored for time it was going to be Lamont Roach, and usually with tank fights, the next opponent gets sort of announced or rumored early, and it always tends to be that person. So we knew that it wasn't a fight that we wanted to see. Obviously, we bang on about this all the time, to be honest. And now we're getting to the point where I can see you're getting frustrated in terms of when we talk about Tank, because it's like we're naming the rest of the killers in and around his weight class and who we want him to fight. We've been wanting him to fight these guys for 5-6 years, probably even longer, to be honest. And Lamont Roach Jr., no offense to Lamont Roach Jr., just wasn't in those discussions. Again, let me remind listeners, Lamont Roach Jr. is a champion at 130 pounds. That's the weight class below. And he's coming up in weight. He's never fought for a title at 135 pounds. He's coming up in weight.
135, I don't think. This is his first fight at 135.
Okay, okay. I think it might. I think he might have had one before, but early on in his career. But
maybe,
yeah. No, he's never had a serious proper fight, especially world caliber level, at 135 pounds. So, yeah, he's out of the blue, going up in weight class to fight Tank. And as with all Tank opponents, to be honest, it's someone that either, like I said, Tank is a cherry picker. Let's not beat around the bush.
Cool.
They are very, very, very selective and picky when it comes to the opponents they find for Tank. Usually, at one point, it was strictly only Latino fighters because they knew, for example, that Latino fighters will always bring the crowd because Latino fight fans always support their guy. So that was the initial Tank business plan. They've gone away from that a little bit now, and they're fighting black fighters now. Remember before, he wasn't fighting no black fighters.
His coach said black on black don't sell or something like that.
Yeah, no, it was that, and
Yeah.
that was definitely the Mayweather influence. When he was locked in with the team with Mayweather Promotions, it was a case of only fight Latino guys, and they said back then, the Latino fighters make money. Back on back, no sell. Since he's left Mayweather Promotions, we've seen him actually fight black fighters. Frank Martin, for example, the last one, and now Lamont Roach Jr. But you look into it a bit deeper, and obviously you find out that Lamont Roach and Tank basically, I wouldn't say grew up together from different, but in terms of in the ring, they know each other very well. DC, Baltimore, not too far from each other. They grew up in and around each other in the ring all the time, sparring all the time. They're like brothers almost.
They're cool. Yeah, they're cool.
They actually they're cool. Yeah. They know each other very, very well. They fought a bunch of times in amateurs, sparred hella rounds together. They know each other super well. So, again, it's an opponent that's designed, and the fact that he's a champion at 130 adds a shred of credibility to his name, but in my eyes, not really, because this is 135.
Yeah.
But obviously, with Tank opponents, they're designed to, make him look good, and designed basically not to give him too much trouble and make him lose, essentially. And that's how it tends to be. Which is why, the only reason he's fought Ryan Garcia out of all those guys that we mentioned was because of the fact that Ryan Garcia's style is tailor-made for Tank. They knew that. They still threw in a rehydration clause for no reason, but they knew that. So yeah, obviously as boxing fans, we were disappointed, but we're like, we know the drill by now with Tank. They're going to do that. So really and truly, the bar for Tank in this fight, to be honest, Flowz, I'll be so real. And again, no knock to Lamont Roach Jr. No shade to him. But we're expecting Gervonta to stop this guy at some point. It shouldn't go the full 12. He should, it would be the typical Gervonta Davis performance where first couple of rounds, he's kind of taking his time, starting very slowly, downloading data, as they say. Before middle portions, he picks up and stops this guy. That's what tends to happen with Gervonta fights, especially against fighters that he knows. So with all that being said, Flowz, what happened? Why is it that 12th round came? I didn't see no backflip. I didn't know when the final bell was when the final bell was rang. I didn't see no backflip. I didn't see no wild celebrations. I didn't see no jumping up and down like crazy, feverish crowd. I didn't see that, bro. Lamont Roach was still there. Why do you think that was the case, Flowz?
Well, Lamont Peterson done what he needed to do.
Roach, not Peterson. Peterson was the other one.
Lamont Peterson.
Same city.
Same project. Lamont Roach done what he needed to do, man. The counter punching was beautiful. Look, we've looked at Tank performances in the past, especially me. I've been very critical of Tank in the past, where I feel he doesn't concentrate fully in the ring. That was evident again. Evident again and it's always the case with him. But we've also always said Tank is a counter puncher.
Yeah.
When he has to pressure fight, he does struggle in that sense. Unless it's someone who's backing away and boxing, who's fearful of him.
Frank Martin.
Unless it's someone, if it's someone who's pretty much there,
live.
Even not even live, even if it's someone there who's like surviving almost. He doesn't look as impressive against them. But if it's someone who's fearful, or who's someone who's greedy, or someone who's overzealous,
over twitchy,
or there's someone who's fearful of the power and wary, and then he breaks you down with a front foot pressure. But someone who's crafty in there, who's staying with you and counter punching you, and now Tank is being overzealous and getting caught with counters, and this person and Roach wasn't being greedy at all. He was being very smart. He was landing these shots, step out, boom, boom, roll up, shoulder roll, catch shots, counter. He knows Tanks well enough, and that was evident. And he executed the game plan. His father's advice was spot on. Everything his father was saying, using the jab, not running and being scared or hiding, staying in there and landing his shots. So Tank, every time Tank lands one, boom, here's one for you, here's two for you. I think Roach's game plan was perfect. And he forced Tank to try and pressure him to get back into the fight. And Tank's not the best pressurizer in that sense, in the inside fighting type pressure. He's more hunt you down or counter punch you.
Yeah.
So he exposed some of Tank's weaknesses there, I think.
Yeah. Bro, I look at the Tank fight day these days as it's a bit of a circus, to be honest, bro. I say that let's say, the preamble, for example, where it's what literally this is the typical tank fight day these days. It's literally the preamble will be him making, I would say, not inflammatory comments, but comments that are very clickbaity. For example, where he might say something like, "Oh, I'm going to retire soon," or "Oh, they'll mention names to him. Shakur, Devin, trash. I don't want to fight them. Why should I fight?" You know what I mean?
Easy work.
Easy work. He'll make those inflammatory, clickbaity, sensationalist comments. He'll throw a lot of disrespect to his opponent.
Yeah.
He will then, during the actual fight day, he will probably walk out to whichever rapper he fancies. It's usually a rapper on, rapper escort. Cool. This time it was Dipset, Jim Jones, Jonas. Shout out to Dipset. It was in New York, to be fair, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
Cool. Then during the fight itself, first couple rounds, Tank is doing nothing really. He's chilling, being cautious, downloading data, as they say. And then next couple rounds or whatever, the opponent will start getting success. And the opponent starts getting confident. Tank will then be talking to them, drawing at them, smiling, playing around in there, basically. He likes to play with his food, Tank. He does. And it's very frustrating. You said it before, it's so frustrating. Yeah. He plays way too much with his food. So during the middle portions, he's messing around, laughing. He's not really listening to his corner. Talking, looking outside. The corner is trying to admonish him. He's not really listening. He's doing his own little thing. And then towards the latter couple of rounds, where it's like, okay, cool. He then gets a sudden switch of urgency. And that's when he starts applying crazy pressure and really throwing his hands. Because look, when he locks in, I'll still say to this day, it's delightful to see. He's so explosive. He's so sharp when he wants to be. So that's then towards the end when he's like, all right, cool. I'm ready to get this guy out of here now. And he starts going for it. For difference, and usually when he locks in Flowz, which we see it, the opponent cannot handle it normally. Yeah. And they'll get caught with a big shot. That's all she wrote. For difference is this time he was met with an opponent that could take that. And was willing to take those punches and standing there and fight fire with fire, which is very ill-advised with a Tank opponent. But Lamont was doing things, as you said, with his craftiness. His defense was good. His hybrid sort of shoulder roll that he was doing defensively was good. Footwork wasn't amazing, but his upper body movement was strong and good. So he was able to take a lot of steam off Tank's punches. And the ones that landed flush, to be fair to Roach, I didn't think his chin was that good. Because Tank did catch him flush with some big shots. He took it well, and he answered back. And you know me, I always like a guy that once they get cracked and they answer back straight away, I respect it even more, And that's what Lamont Roach was doing. So that's why he saw the 12th round, in my opinion, and he saw the end of his fight without any knockdowns, in terms of yes, he got caught flush with some big shots, but he never really hurt. Flows. He never really hurt. He was the one then pressing forward afterwards.
Yeah, it was cracking Tank.
Cracking Tank. And cool, he probably wasn't looking as hurtful as Tank shots. Look, I said, I think Tank hits, we said he's top 3 hardest hitters in the game, to be honest, pound for pound. But the fact is, he was offering Tank that resistance, and Tank wasn't getting it all his own way. And it gets to the point when, for the first, I've never seen Tank credit an opponent during the fight. You saw the end of the 8th, he's tapped him. Yeah. You know what? Good work. So yeah, man. That is what a Tank fight is like. It's become a circus, bro. And for once, he was met with someone that resisted him. And difference between what Frank Martin did. Frank Martin started super well. We said it. Frank Martin was boxing superbly.
Yeah, moving. But the
fear kicked in.
Oh, yeah.
And the moment that fear kicked in, we saw Frank Martin retreat into that shell. Back off. Any little feint Tank was doing, he was biting it. And as we said, it's inevitable. It's coming. It's going to come. And it came. Lamont Roach never showed that fear.
Yeah.
At all, bro. In fact, he stepped to Tank.
Yeah.
Like he said he would, by the way. So credit to him, because I'm there thinking, no, you won't. Wait, look, Lamont Roach spoke a big game. And I said, we've seen many Tank opponents speak a good game. And again, it's not like I'm disrespecting Lamont Roach. I know what Lamont Roach is about. I've watched him at 130 pounds. He's a champion at 130 pounds. He's good. But I said, this is another level right here. And it's another weight class.
Yeah.
You're against the hardest hitter in the weight class. But he said he's going to stand there and step to Tank and trade with him and outbox him. He said my IQ is super underrated. You guys don't respect my IQ. I respect it now, for sure. For sure. So I want to give Lamont Roach all that credit, man. He deserves it. But, Flowz, watching that, do you still think that if Tank wasn't so playful in there, if he didn't play with his food, do you think if Tank really wanted to, he could have got Lamont Roach out of there? Or do you feel like that wasn't a complacent? Like, do you think there was any complacency in Tank's work in that fight or not?
That's a typical Tank performance. I'll be so real.
At this point now, right? Yeah,
that's what we expect. Look, his opponents usually will make a mistake and he'll bite on that. Or they'll like Frank Martin show that fear. You see, when you're boxing and moving, you're fearful of getting touched.
Yeah.
So your body's a bit not bracing. It's tense. You're not bracing yourself for those shots.
Yeah.
You're trying to get out. So when those shots land, because your focus is on avoiding shots, then it hits different. Whereas Lamont keep saying Peterson. Lamont Roach. Shout out to Lamont Peterson, though.
Shout out to Lamont Peterson, man.
Lamont Roach is stay there. I'll be like, yeah, you land your shots. I'm gonna roll with them, boom, boom, and I'm gonna land my shots. So he's not tense from trying to evade them. So usually Tank's opponents make mistakes. Ryan Garcia got hella greedy, super greedy.
Oh, I'll never forget it, bro. Never forget it.
Got him out the way. Leo Santa Cruz, overzealous. Got him out the way. Hector Garcia also having a good fight.
Ronnie Morero ran straight into it. We said it as well. He said he's going to run straight into it.
Ronnie Morero was boxing well.
He was.
Cracked. The best we've seen him. He got cracked.
Yep. Ran straight into it. So
it's usually mistakes from the opponent, which I always give credit to. Sets traps, Tank. Sets good, very good traps. One of the best trap setters in the game. Yeah. Great IQ. Yeah. But I think in this fight, he got to a point where he wasn't even setting traps. He started getting a bit greedy and thinking, I'm just going to crack him and get him out of here. Yep. Especially after the incident. I think that's where he thought, I need to step on him now.
We'll get into the incident. But wait, isn't it worrying to you, though, that you mentioned, you highlighted something really good here about how Tank's stoppages and wins tend to come off the back of the opponent making a mistake. Yeah. And he makes them pay, right? Is it not worrying to you? Is this a show? But does that also mean, if you look at it a different way, Tank's incapable of creating his own openings? He needs to rely on an opponent making an error for him to capitalize. Whereas this was an opponent that didn't really make any errors and he couldn't capitalize. He couldn't. So does that worry you that there's a flaw in his game where he can't generate his own offense? He requires an opponent overreaching, or not?
I'll give him credit because some of those he sets up in ways where, like the Santa Cruz one, boom.
Setting,
okay,
right?
I see what you're doing here. Okay, you do it again. Boom, uppercut out of nowhere. So that's him making Santa Cruz feeling he's getting success here and watching him and downloading the data and boom, cracking him over. So some of them he sets up. So I'll give him credit in that. He does set traps and he does spot things and find openings, and that's the mistake. The openings they let him find almost. Okay. They make things too predictable. So I'll give him credit. It's not so much. But if you have a perfect fight against Tank, which people win rounds against Tank. Yeah. Oh yeah. People do win rounds, but he gets to you eventually. Like Javonte Davis will say, I've only got to be perfect for one second.
Deontay Wilder, yeah.
Deontay Wilder will say you could be perfect for 11 rounds or whatever.
I'll go perfect for 1 minute.
1 minute. Yeah. That's with Tank. Tank's a much better boxer, much smarter boxer than Deontay Wilder. So even if you do get rounds, boom, if you let him, if you drop the ball or if he figures you out here, it's a wrap. You just couldn't do that with Lamont Peterson last night.
Lamont Roach, bro. I'm crying.
You know what is in your head?
I'm screaming.
I keep saying Peterson. Yeah, shout out Peterson, man.
Oh no! I mean, close enough. And they're both from DC, right? So close enough. And Lamont Peterson was a 135 pound whatever champ, wasn't he? So hey, and he's got a beard too. Same guy. Let me
just call him Lamont. Buster Roach. That's what I was calling him.
Buster Roach. Mont. Okay, so we'll talk about the incident, but I'm going to preface that with this question, Flowz. Watching the full 12, incident aside, because we can't officially score that incident how it should be scored based on the fact that it wasn't counted as where it was. But incident aside, who do you have winning this fight? After the final bell went, who did you have winning? Or what was your score?
Lamont Roach, man.
Cool. I'm glad you agree.
Comfy too.
I had it close, but overall, I think I might have given it to Roach by like 2 rounds, I think. But when I watched it, I said to myself, in my opinion, Roach is taking this.
I think 3 or 4 rounds I had it.
So, first. In my eyes, I thought Lamont Roach beat Tank. He started better. Tank warmed up as he always does. But then, and Tank, there was a period where I thought he was going to take over because he was starting to bank some rounds in consecutively. And then after, from 8 or whatever, Roach woke up again. And I think the incident even fueled him even more. Yeah. He just woke up again and he started to push Tank back, outland him, all that kind of stuff. But let's talk about the incident. Round 9 Flowz. In all my years watching boxing, following boxing, commentating on boxing, podding about boxing, bro, I have never, ever, ever seen a fighter voluntarily, I repeat, voluntarily take a knee. The ref sees it. He's taking a knee voluntarily. No, Roach has landed the punch, little jab or whatever. There's been a pause. He's taken a knee, looks at the referee, then walked to his corner, gotten up, walked to his corner. The corner have wiped his face down. The referee said, "What are you doing?" The referee's acknowledged he went down on one knee. I'm hearing the people counting it. You know the counting on the outside. I'm hearing the 1, 2, 3. The referee's saying, "What are you doing?" The referee's then told him off and said, "You can't take a knee like that. That's not allowed because next time, because it could be counted as a knockdown." And the fight is waved on to continue, and it's not counted as a knockdown. I've never seen that before ever in my life. Flowz, have you?
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Echo what you said.
Flowz, I saw that and my jaw dropped. I'm kidding.
I couldn't believe it. I couldn't. Look, we've been watching boxing a long time. There's people who've been watching boxing a lot longer than us.
Yes.
And I can guarantee you, none of them have ever seen a fighter take a knee, run, like you say, ran to the court, turn his back for the fight, went to the corner, stick his head outside the ring.
Yep.
Twice. He stuck his head out underneath one rope, stuck it again outside the other rope, got his face wiped down, came back like nothing happened. And like you say, Steve Willis is the referee.
Yeah, Steve Willis, yep.
Usually a great referee. He's even started the count. He started the count. The outside of the ring started the count.
Yep.
He stops the count.
Yep.
He's confused. I've never seen a fighter take a knee like that and not being counted like a knockdown.
Never. That's forget the knee thing. If Tank wants to take a knee, wants to take a knee. The fact of the matter is, where was the count? Where was the official knockdown ruling? It's come, regardless of whether he was hurt or not, Lamont Roach landed a punch and then he's gone down. The count is counting on the outside. And what I find is mad to me is the fact that the referee's questioning him, saying, "What are you doing?" And you hear in the audio, he's saying, "No, you can't do that.
You can't take a knee like that.
You can't take a knee like that. You get counted as a knockdown." Brother, you're the ref. Enforce the rules. You can't do. It's not about what attacking you. You cannot not. You can't not enforce the rules right now. You can't do. You have to enforce the rules.
Bro,
I hate to do a conspiracy, bro, but we know for a fact if this was Lamont Roach, they're counting. Let's be real.
This is beautiful poetry because we're fresh off discussing Hamza's situation. Yep. We're fresh off discussing that. We're fresh off Tank fans jumping at that. Tank fans specifically.
Yep.
It was Tank fans specifically saying this is why Tank doesn't want to go to Saudi because they're going to cheat and do this. When it's the same situation we've seen with Tank. That same situation that happened with Hamza, we've already seen it with Tank.
Yes.
Now, this is a different kind of cheating that none of us have ever seen in our lives. Look, I don't even care what the rules are because I saw Tank fans showing snippet. I don't even know if it's true or not. They showed a section of the rules saying a fighter can taken an intentional knee and it
Excuse
not
me?
be counted.
Wait, pause. Wait, what?
There's I don't know what they use, but I saw several posts saying, "Oh yeah, these are the rules. Know the rules. You guys are all casuals." Look, cool. Let's say that is the rules. I've still never seen that rule ever implemented in the 30 years of boxing I've watched.
Look, man,
Every time a fighter
I've
takes
watched
a
boxing
knee,
all my life. Fighter takes a
knockdown.
knee, it counts as knockdown. Whether it's voluntarily, whether it's caused by a punch, regardless. If you take a knee during the round, if your glove touches the ground, that's
Exactly.
a knockdown. So knee, any time that touches the ground, that is a knockdown. Full stop. It's classed as a knockdown and it's counted. That's automatically a 10-8 round.
Exactly.
And this was crucial because of the fact that the flipping scorecards, one judge gave it to Tank, the other two judges had it a draw, 114 apiece. Hence why it was a majority draw. So this fight was a draw. But if that knockdown was taken into effect, Lamont Roach wins the fight officially. He won it in my eyes anyways, but officially, that's a W for him. So even he was like, hang on here, I should have had a 10-8 round. It didn't count. Crazy. Crazy.
And that wasn't even the only violent. Look, as well as this, we've seen Mayweather. The only time he's ever touched the canvas was because he hurt his hand.
He broke his hand and he went down voluntarily.
So it wasn't even from a punch. He touched.
Yep.
It was like his own punch.
He punched the guy, his hand broke, and then he winced and he went down. Yeah.
His glove touched the. He didn't even take a knee.
He just touched his glove. Yeah.
Like he went down, his glove counted as a knockdown.
Yeah.
Counted as a knockdown.
And that's fair. That's fair.
That's the rules. That's the rule.
That's the rules.
And not even only that, my man went and got corner work in the middle of the round of his own accord.
Yep.
Turned his back. That's already a violation. Turned his back. Went to the corner. Stuck his head out. That's a violation. You can't go corner work.
I could not believe it, man. I could not believe it, man. I couldn't believe it, man.
That's when a fighter's gum shield goes down. You have to keep fighting until the ref
until the ref jumps in and says, "Okay, cool."
You can't,
bro.
Crazy to me. Crazy.
Like I said, I was baffled. I said my jaw hit the ground. I said to myself, "You're joking. How is that not called a knockdown?" And I already knew that. I said, "Look, you might as well end this fight now. Lamont Roach is never winning this fight.
Yeah.
They're not giving it to him. PBC, protected boxing champions. We've been here before. We know what's up. So in my eye, apparently Roach was saying in the 12th round, Tank was talking to him saying, they're never gonna give it to you, right? You know that, right? And we can see why. That is insane. Lamont Roach, I feel sorry for him. I could tell even the post like he was livid. Like he truly believed he had that. And I'll be honest, he should have won that fight. And you mentioned the Tank fans. It's embarrassing. I'm a Tank fan, but I'm not, the Tank stands, because they're stands. The mental gymnastics they're doing to defend Tank is crazy, bro. I've been seeing it all day. Oh, Tank was playing because Lamont's his boy, so he wanted to get his boy paid. That's why he didn't want to knock him out. Oh, they were trying to bring up that Lamont Roach got pushed down in the clinch. They're trying to say Lamont Roach got pushed down in the clinch, and he took a knee too. They're saying, bro, the excuses they're making to defend Tank is crazy. Oh, look at Roach's face. How can you say he won the fight? His face is all bruised up. Tanks is fine, brother. Come on, man. How can you be this shameless? Dick riding is crazy. Like this, it's crazy. It's shameless. It's shameless. Crawford's obviously saying they robbed Roach. They're quick to jump in. Crawford said, "I've never seen this before. How could someone go down and not be counted?" Quick to show the Kavialuskas image. Difference is Crawford stopped Kavialuskas in the end. Tank didn't stop Lamont Roach. He didn't even knock him down. Did nothing to him. Let's be real.
Difference is the ref ruled it a slip.
A slip. Yeah.
This one, Steve Willis went up to him and said, "You can't take a knee like that."
Oh, the ref looked at him, bro.
I said, "You can't take a knee like that, or be given a knockdown." I've never seen that.
I know for a fact, man, this is corruption at the highest level. I know for a fact if it was, I was sure another football, they're counting Lamont Roach. I'd be so. In fact, even if it's not officially counted, the judges will call it a 10-8 round somehow. I'm telling you.
Or he's getting a point deducted or something. I've never seen a fighter go to a corner, stick his head out, get corner work in the middle of the round.
That is crazy rope that Tank has. That's crazy. That is crazy. Yeah, man. Look, Tank. Look, I think Tank lost the fight, and he got gifted a brilliant draw by the judges because really and truly, if that 10-8 round had registered, which he should have, even without the 10-8 round, bro,
Yeah,
I had it for Roach. But that was the extra insurance policy, and they denied him that as well.
yeah. Even without the knockdown, I had it Roach.
Yeah.
I saw who was it? Who was the unofficial scorecard?
Was it Abner? No,
Nah,
was it Steve Farhood? No, I can't remember.
what's his name? Larry something.
Well, not Larry Merchant, no.
Nah.
Uh,
Anyway,
yeah,
like I've seen some of the rounds he was giving Tank. It was like Tank landed
yeah,
one punch that round. How'd you
yep,
give him the rounds?
yeah. The rounds where he actually got outlanded, they were still giving it to him.
Yeah.
Like
I'm like, what we doing
insane.
here? I'm like,
Yeah, man.
what we doing here? Like at this point, and
Sure.
even the punch stats, there was a clear error on all the punch stats. The round started one round, and he said the Tank's landed 8 shots this round. I was like, huh? Like they were copying these punch stats from the last round and pasting it into the new round. I was like, you
Yeah.
trying to? What type of error is this that you're showing? You're showing on your screen.
Error.
I was just like, yeah, you don't stop it, man. Stop
Yeah.
it. Yeah, look, we'll talk about corruption, Tank fans. That's out the window now because this is the highest level of it.
Highest level.
The highest level.
Highest level, man. What next then? Does Tank got to run it back from Lamont Roach? Does he got to solve the Lamont Roach conundrum? Run it back?
Yep, he has to.
Because we obviously know that he's never going to fight Shakur and them not. Like, I'm not even going to entertain that right now because it's not happening. So to me, he's got to go back and beat Lamont Roach.
Yeah, he does, but he's in my eyes, he's already lost, and I don't think he will run it back with Lamont Roach.
Eesh.
I don't think he will.
Eesh.
Yeah, I don't know. Look, I can't trust Tank to do anything that we want to see him do. Is the truth.
Yeah.
I can't. He should run it back with Lamont Roach. Go right that wrong if he can.
Yeah.
Because boy, that was a peak one for him.
Does this damage where you place that Tank in? Just obviously we had the hypothetical discussions of these lot and the other young bucks that we all want to see get in the ring with him. Like for example, if Shaq and Tank was to be made hypothetically, does this performance from Tank make you in your head think to yourself, yeah, I'm 75% sure Shaq's gonna win or nah? Or does that is it still the same in terms of what you reckon, who you reckon would win and whatnot?
Look,
has he fallen basically for you?
Yeah, it has. I'll be so real because I don't
Okay.
look him and I've always said Shakur could beat him.
Could
beat him. It's a 50-50. I view it as. I think Shakur's more skilled, but Tank's got that equalizer. But now it's also made me think Keyshawn's ready.
Yeah.
I believe Keyshawn. Like Keyshawn's been talking.
That's what I thought as well,
now.
That's what I thought as well,
Really? Because it was like maybe it's too soon for Keyshawn. But yeah, I believe him. I believe him. He's ready.
I think Keyshawn can do what Roach did.
Yeah.
I think he's smart. And Keyshawn's bigger. And I'll probably say has more pop as well. Look, man, boxing is very interesting because this is the same Lamont Roach we forget that lost to Jamal Herring comfortably.
Yeah.
He's got, let's not forget as well, Lamont Roach has less knockouts than Shakur. Less knockouts, lost to Jamal Herring, but Shakur destroyed Herring, stopped him.
Yep.
And and I'm seeing Lamont Roach take Tank's punches and also wobble Tank. So we know that Shakur is pillow fisted, and I do have a lot of worries for Shakur because I see his hands, bro. Like after the thingy fight, I don't know if you saw his hands, bro. It looked big. I actually have genuine concern for Shakur and his longevity if he doesn't sort these hands out, because if it's going to look like that every fight, and even during the Paddy fight, Flowz, he was wincing. Like his hands, he has, and both hands are bad now. I think it's both hands now. It's not just one of them. It's both of them apparently that he's having issues with. So really hope he can fix his hands issues, because that's going to really, call Floyd. See what Floyd did. I don't know, because Floyd had bad hand issues as well. But yeah, man, look, like I said, this boxing is styles make fights in boxing. That's all I want to say. Like I said, Shakur destroyed Herring and stopped him. Herring cooked Lamont Roach, and then we see Tank going life and death with Roach, getting wobbled by Roach, and then
Losing to
taking
Roach.
losing
to Roach.
losing to Roach, and Roach taking all of his best shots. So it's never a given that what could happen and whatnot. Styles make fights full stop. But the Keyshawn shout, I think Keyshawn has the size to trouble Tank for sure. And I think he's got more pop than Roach. And yeah, I'll probably say Keyshawn's better than Roach. I rate Roach. Roach is good. So yeah, man, Keyshawn can give Tank problems for sure. And he's mad enough to stay there with him.
Yeah, yes.
he's mad enough to even be there with him, fire on fire too. So yeah, man. But again, Flowz, never gonna happen. Well, not anytime soon, anyways. So yeah.
Yeah. Look, and once again, if Tank does crack you, this doesn't diminish his power. Look, Lamont Roach took it well. He rolled with every shot.
He took it he did defensively. Yeah, he took some big shots, but a lot of them he was rolling super well with it.
He was rolling super well and catching them just off the gloves. And even when he could tell he knows Tank well.
100%. I got that as well. Yeah,
he was like there was no fear from him as such. So he looked good in there. Keyshawn Davis could get cracked. Shakur could get cracked, and anyone can get cracked. Yeah. So there's no guarantee. I still have it as 50-50. But yeah, like I'm saying, now I'm believing these men more when they're calling for Tank and they really mean it. And it even looks worse now that Tank's clearly ducking, man, because he's scared of them. He's scared. At this point, you can say he's scared of losing to them.
Yeah. That's what I've been saying that, bro. Look, the whole easy work thing is never flown. It's never flown with me, bro. If it's easy work, go show it. If it's easy work, that's a quick money grab for you. Then go do it. They know, and not just his team. They all know that. Oh, this is risky. They could beat him. They're skilled enough to give him trouble. Yeah. Nah, let's avoid that one. Let's stall him out. Let's wait till he gets old. Nah, man, I'm never bought it, bro. He's scared of these man. He's scared of putting his reputation, and we know that is all that's all important to these lot. He's scared of putting that on the line to fight these guys and give us boxing fans what they want. Hence why he's not looking to deal with no turkey ass shake. We saw the demands he was making that nonsense. Duck. So yeah, Tank is a big duck. He's a duck soup. And yeah, I will continue to talk about. I respect those guys a lot more than I respect Tank. And I hate to say this because I'm a Tank fan. I've been a Tank fan since the moment I saw him. I said, this kid's the truth. But the way he's moved, he's 30 now. 30. Nah, man. I respect the T.O.s, the Shakurs, and the Devins a lot more out of that batch, for sure. But yeah, man, big up Lamont Roach, man. That's a victory in my eyes. The streets know you won. Obviously, the Tank fans won't believe it, but F him.
Yeah.
And Ellaby,
that's a robbery.
Ellaby's now mouthing off as well. He can do one as well.
Yeah. Look, I don't often agree with the Dan Raphaels and Sergio, but everything they were saying on Twitter that I saw, look, Dan Raphael's been going to fight since God knows back.
Yeah.
He was saying he's never seen it in his life.
Yeah.
Never seen what he witnessed.
Yeah.
So all these new fans and casuals saying, Lamont Roach took a knee as well, or the rules say the referee doesn't have to rule it a knockdown. Get out of here, man. This is boxing. We watch it with our eyes.
It's mental gymnastics for Tank. That's it. They're doing the most to protect that guy Tank. It's stan culture. It's nasty, man. But yeah, man. Fortunately, we ever got to see it twice a year because that's Tank only fights twice a year. So
twice or once.
Sometimes once, but yeah, once, twice. Yeah, so we have to deal with it that much. But cool. Undercard Flowz, just to mention some of the names of undercard. We saw Sandor Martin fight Puello. That was a bit of a cracker, bro. I watched some of it. I haven't seen all of it. I've seen some highlights of it as well. But the general consensus that, our guy Sandor has been robbed again.
Damn.
They said first Teofimo, then Albert, and then Puello. From what I do remember seeing of the fight, it would definitely look like it was a big war of attrition. It kind of went into that. It started off cagey before it sort of succumbed into that. But yeah, man, I mean, I won't be surprised. Sandor is a good fighter, and the style he fights in, it's style that can be robbed.
Yeah, easy guy to rob.
In terms of technically brilliant, high IQ, but no pop, doesn't have punching power. So yeah, that's the easiest style in the world to rob, to be honest. But it's a shame if that is the case. I do want to go back and actually watch the fight fully. But yeah, that Puello guy, he's not gonna do much in my. I don't really rate him that too tough, anyways. I mean, yeah, I think he's just okay. He's nothing special to me. It would have been nice to see if Sandro won that, but yeah, it is what it is. But sticking with that same division as well, bro. Rayo lost to Gary Russell, Gary Antoine Russell.
Beat the brakes off him.
Destroyed. Rayo got absolutely destroyed. Absolutely cooked from pillar to post. Every single round he lost. Look, Gary Russell was just a machine. Like, I think after 3 rounds, he'd thrown 200 punches. And he kept the output, questionably, he kept the output up for the entire fight. So he was just throwing those hands, angles, beating him up. And Rayo, Haney was killing me because I was looking at Haney's Twitter during the fight and like, he was, for some reason, Rayo was trying to fight like he's Mayweather. I don't know what he's doing. Rayo was trying to do the shoulder roll and everything, and he was just getting beat up. I'm there thinking, Rayo, just go back to your normal style, bro. I don't know what Robert Garcia's trying to do over there. Stick to what you know, Robert. Just do Mexican style. That's it. But yeah, man, he got kicked in. That title is being changed hands. It's changing hands bare.
Yeah.
Because who had it before? Isak Cruz and then
Isak Cruz.
Rayo took it off him. Rolly, Isak. Yeah, Rolly's had it first. Then Isak took it off him, and then Rayo took it off Isak. And then all these, and then now first defense, he's lost it to Gary Antoine Russell, who his last fight was a title fight against Puello, which he lost. That's the vacant title, that same title that Puello has. So yeah, that division is frying right now, man. Yeah, hurry, just come back, Devin, and claim your belts back, man, and let's get this cracking for real. But Gary Russell looked very good. I'm not going to give he looked very, very good. So I definitely feel like he's got more to him than a Rayo. So I'll be interested in seeing if he gets into any unifications. That'd be good. Well, so last one I think I saw J-Rock I saw lost, I think, to Cuban fighter. What's his name? Jonas Tellez. From what I saw, he battered him, to be honest. I think J-Rock needs to consider hanging it up now, man. I think there's a few losses he's had now, a few tough losses. He had a good run back in the day. But yeah, I think it's time for J-Rock to hang that up, man. That era, that generation's kind of, yeah, man, they're pretty much all gone, I swear. Or starting to go. They're quite old now. That was like a good generation, though. That Charlo was part of that same generation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Charlo was on the card. He's retired now, I think after his fight. He was on the card. I saw he's
was he? I'm guessing he lost.
Yeah, he lost and retired in the ring.
Heard been cooked. I said that generation there was a fun generation, but yeah, a lot of them now need to call it a day. Call it a day. Heard was never that amazing though, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Big weight bully. But yeah, man. Standard PBC card, to be honest. They're still not rocking with the, Riyadh season product, no matter what they say. No. But yeah, man. Look, PBC, you don't need to come over. Come over to that side, man. Let's get everyone together and let's actually make the best fights and make some bread, man. That's it. But cool. Might as well, preview for next week, Flowz. Just a quick one. I think it's meant to be on International Women's Day, which is Friday the 7th of March. War Albert Hall. We've got a female-only card headed by boxer. Tasha Jonas, Lauren Price. Obviously, we knew this was coming because when they both had their last 2 fights, the last fight, they were on the same card in it, and they set that up in the ring. And we said how it was spicy talk between both of them, the back and forth to you, to me. So, I'm looking forward to this because obviously, one, it's women's boxing, so we know it's going to be a barnstormer, but because there's actually genuine needle between the two, they know each other well, I think. It should be a good fight. And they're both champions, so it's a big unification. I think Jones has got 2 of the belts and Price has got 1 of them. So, yeah, looking forward to that one, Flowz. I'm going with Tasha Jonas win, of course. I'm assuming you're doing the same?
Yeah, I've seen Lauren Price a bit. I'm more familiar with Jonas. I guess it seems like a 50-50. Tasha's getting old, man. She doesn't look like she's faded though.
Bro, we've said this before. She's old, but she's getting better with age. It almost seems like, or maintaining. So but
I think at some point a young strong lioness is gonna have to. I even maybe Lauren Price is going to be that one. It did make me laugh. I don't know if it's either concerning or if it's banter. She was like, "I'll beat you in the amateurs. I'll beat you in the amateurs." And then Lauren's like, "When do we fight in the amateurs?" She said, "In World Championships." She said, "That was Becky Price, not Lauren Price."
I'm finished.
And Jonas was
That's
like,
so funny.
sweet. So I don't know if you're preparing for the wrong person. I
Man
don't know
said
if you're
CT. Man said CT.
I'm confused.
Oh.
Completely wrong person. And so yeah, I don't know. I found it funny, but I don't know if that's some indication of wrong preparation or.
Mm.
But
I
Lauren
mean,
Price
Price.
looks
Look,
good.
yeah, Price. I mean, she's got pedigree. We know that. I
Yeah,
mean, Olympic gold, World Championship gold. So she's definitely decorated, and she definitely should be a stern test. But yeah, I'm just going off. I guess what Tasha's been showing us for the last couple of years. One thing about Tasha, she's been very consistent the last couple of years. Very, very
yeah.
consistent with
Mhm.
impressive boxing performances. So I hope she can. There's one more last one out there for her to to get that. That'd be nice for her. But it should
Yeah,
be a good fight regardless.
yeah. And look, women's fights sometimes it just comes down to ways of thin judges' decisions. We've seen her
Yeah,
not get the rub of the green. We've seen her get the rub of the green in some decisions. So
yeah,
it could come down to a tight decision which might split viewers or
yeah,
I do expect a close fight, so it could be one of those again.
yeah. So cool. Undercard as well. Worth mentioning. Caroline Dubois is defending her WBC title against her number one contender, um, South Korea's Bo Mi Shin. So yeah, apparently she comes with some pedigree as well, so that should be a good fight. I'm anticipating that one to be also quite good as well. So yeah, viewers, listeners, tap into Sky Sports on Friday for that one. That should be a good one. As you know, on this pod, we support women's boxing heavy. So yeah. That's it, Flows. What's worth talking about before we round up? Um, yeah, the the Eubank Benn presses obviously started off as we expected.
yeah.
I don't know if we spoke about it, but the egging and all that kind of stuff from Eubank.
Live by
Hey
the egg,
man,
die by the egg.
two of the most hated. And oh yeah, I mean, fair play to them. Eddie Hearn was quick to tweet, record-breaking numbers, biggest
Yeah,
selling. I think he said 130K attempts or whatever. People in the queue to try and buy tickets. So it's gonna be the biggest fight officially in the UK history, if we're talking numbers and sales. Look, man, we always knew we're not a fan of the fight, as you know, Flows, but we knew
yeah,
that it was going to be cash money for the casuals. We know that,
yeah.
and these are two fighters that people hate. So they want to see them both lose. But really and truly, I'll be honest, I definitely think Eubank has got more fans for this one.
Yeah, I think he's winning
And,
people over as well.
and it's hilarious because the turn of events for Ben is crazy. Like remember, even me, remember I was a Ben fan. I liked him. I said, you know what? He's come up. I've no shame in it. I was feeling Ben. I thought to myself, yeah, he's good, man. I'm liking the work he's doing. I'm seeing the progression.
The
He's
improvements, our most improved
the
fight at one
hunger.
point.
I respect it, bro. But the way he's been conducting himself the last couple of years, bro, shameful. Absolutely shameful. I can't condone this.
Yeah,
He's been moving like a clown for time. For time. For time. Angry ass little man. It's crazy. And even though I've got no love lost between me and you, Bank. I could always say, bro, I appreciate this guy's ability to troll. One of the best trolls in the game.
elite, elite.
One of the best trolls in the game. So when you back hit him with that egg, yeah, I said, yeah, you know what? Shout out to you. And the way he's been talking in the press conferences,
Ah,
and,
he always kills me.
and any little thing, Ben will bite. Any little thing, Ben. Get off
You
me!
back.
Get off me!
Yeah. Oh, that was killing me.
Nah,
Go eggs. I know you're rattled. Egg.
any little thing he gets round is too funny. But one thing I will say, Flows, I'll keep it fair. If you lose this fight, Eubank Jr., you never show yourself in the ring again.
You have to
Ever.
retire.
You actually can't. The thing is, he can't lose this. He actually can't.
Yeah.
It's Conor Benn, a guy who's 2 weight classes below you and has never ever fought even at world level. There's no way in hell you should even get close. Eubank Jr. should kill this guy.
You have to stop him. In fact, you should. Facts. The challenge, the challenge isn't winning. The challenge is now you have to.
It has to.
Look, naturally, people are coming to me and saying, "Who have you got winning?" I'm told, look, I have no interest in this fight. This is so. I didn't even know what weight it was at. I had to go check. I was like, okay, it's at 160. I was like, yikes. That even more pressure, Eubank. You have absolutely no reason to lose. I looked at the odds and it's just edged towards Eubank. I'm like, huh?
Swear.
It's just they got it like damn near 50-50. But
wow.
Eubank, what? Eubank should the bigger man by 2 weight classes. I don't care about the rehydration clause. That doesn't matter.
Yep.
You're 160 pounder. You've been competing at there. I know you
for a long time.
168 as well, but he's
mainly been 160. Yeah,
mainly been 160. Eubank's been on the sofa for damn near. Ben's been chilling on the sofa after he's banned. Ain't fought anyone really. He fought one fight.
Yep.
And you fought at world level. Ben hasn't.
Ben's best win is Formella. Algieri?
Washed up Algieri maybe.
yeah. Boy. That's Vargas. Look, these are the names. These are the names on his resume. There's actually no excuse for you back not to destroy this guy. I'll be so wrong.
You've got him rattled as well. You've been rattling. You've got him.
You've been rattling. It's not hard.
You're winning the press conferences.
Yep.
You're looking calm and composed. Threatening these dads. Yeah, look, you've got them on strings right now, so there's no excuse. If you lose, retire. It's that.
I never want to see him in the ring again. I never want to see him commentating. I don't want to see him at fights. Get him out.
Don't want no rematch. I don't want no rematch because that don't count.
Yep.
You can't even win a piece with Conor Benn.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah. Sorry, mate. Yeah. But yeah, entertaining. Of course, I'll tune in. But very entertaining. Yeah. And I'm enjoying the rattling, anyways. Like I said, I always enjoy Chris Eubank when he's on his rattle game. And Ben, it's not hard. Ben is the easiest person to ride up. He bites at everything. So, he just walks around being angry, to be
I'll tell you what. I want to get your opinion on this. The back and forth between Eddie Hearn and Ben Shalom. I don't know if you've been preing it. And
post-incident, right? Post-egg incident? Or...
Just in general. From what I've been seeing this week in the interviews, and they've done 2 press conferences in the last week or so. I'm not liking it, and maybe I'll hear your view first. Maybe what's your view on these Eddie Hearn and Ben Shalom? In fact, it's more Eddie Hearn's treatment to Ben Shalom. I'm just going to speak on it. The way Eddie Hearn's telling little boy and
little bro,
Ben Shalom,
big time. Yeah,
I'm like, cool. It's that's one thing. But then you see him when the scuffle happened, he was pushing Ben Shalom.
Yep. And afterwards, like they all had like a little joint thingy.
Yeah.
And he was going at him, kind of thing.
Yeah, blaming him, but saying you know about.
I took some of it as Hearn being Hearn.
Yeah.
And being Hearn's a bit like he's in character sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's a bit WWE-esque with him sometimes.
Yeah.
So I took post the egg incident when they had a joint interview and he's having a go at Ben, blaming him, it's your fault, this, that. I took as Eddie being in character and doing up WWE tactics.
Trying to sell the fight as well.
Sell the fight, which we know he's a genius at doing that.
Yeah.
In general, though, I definitely do think that he doesn't think Ben Shalom should even mention his name when it comes to this promoting thing. I know he's not happy still with the couple of times a boxer have messed him around with the purse bids and the pulling out. I know
taking his fighters as well.
The fighters, because he's taking a few of the fighters, but then also the wasting time at the purse bids and whatnot and pulling their fighter out. I know that's riled him up the wrong way. So I feel like he thinks that Ben, like he respects Frank. He's had to respect Frank, obviously, and also Frank has been in the game even before him. And to be fair, Frank's been kicking his butt recently anyway. So but there's generally even though him and Frank may not be best of friends, there is actual respect there between the two. I feel like with Ben, because Ben is the new one in the game and the rookie, he hasn't quite. He's doing, when you go into a new team and you've got to do up initiation, or the older lot haze you and make you do whatever to try and become. I think he's doing tough I'm gonna be tough with you
Yeah.
as a rookie. Let me see if you got the minerals to be in this game, because they would when Eddie came in, all them old up would have tried it with him and tried.
Yeah.
They all tried the little boy here, silver spoon, blah blah. You know nothing about boxing, so I think it's that really. That's what he's on. So he's been a bit of a villain towards him, but I just don't think it's because Ben. I don't think he respects Ben at this moment in time at the moment.
Yeah. I think the treatment is. I think Ben Shalom takes it well. That he knows that this is Eddie Hearn. This is him being in character. I think Eddie feeds off the social media stuff and feeds off the attention. So early on,
all engagement. Yeah.
Or early on, a lot of people were killing Ben Shalom for all these previous antics, and Eddie Hearn was in a good position in that sense. That people like Eddie Hearn's experience, he's got him on strings. Now I think he's doing a bit too much, putting hands on him, almost trying to bully him. I was like, you wouldn't do that. You wouldn't do that same stuff with any other promoter. You wouldn't have the confidence to try that with Leonard Ellerby. Like, do the verbal thing. You're great at the verbal thing, but then you're thinking that you could grip my man up. You're an old man, just chill. Like, chill with it's bordering on bullying at this point. And you're doing a bit too much because Ben Shalom's quiet. If Ben Shalom decides to crash out on you, then you wouldn't be doing that because you know his character. It's cherry picking. You wouldn't treat Oscar De La Hoya like that. You wouldn't treat any of these other man. You wouldn't treat any fighter like that. You would just do the talking thing and try. So that's kind of hurts me a bit. Like, you're doing too much. Like, sell the fight, but you're doing too much and now I want Ben Shalom to turn around and smack you and tell you, relax.
Ben, the longer Ben has, so Ben's, the quiet, chilled, meek guy kind of thing. I feel like the more he gets in the game, you'll see him toughen up a little bit. But it's typical bully versus rookie behavior. That's all he's doing. That's all Eddie's doing. And it probably would have happened to him when he came in the game.
Yeah, it did happen to him.
In fact, so that's what he's now. My turn. I can now bully the rookie. Blah blah. Ben needs to sign up for himself more, essentially, and he will. I'm sure he will. The longer he stays in the game. So, but that's it, man. It's like if you're going to be part of this club, you got to do up rookie behavior for now. Unless apart.
Can't let Eddie Hearn push you.
Unfortunately, he can't. Ben, he can't out-talk Hearn.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
I don't think he can out. Hearn's a lot bigger than him as well, so I don't think he even grips him up or anything like that. So, boy,
he's just taking it.
Keep taking his fighters and just beat him in the ring. Let your fighters beat his. That's it, really.
Like when Ben flinched it, went at him and he flinched. Eddie flinched too, but Eddie was laughing at him.
Yeah,
I was like, Ben, man, defend yourself, man. Just if you smack her one time, just chill out. Anyway.
All right, let's round it up there, bro. This has been episode 237 of the SZN Podcast. For your boy Kam.
I'm your boy Flowz.
And as always, you know where to find us. The streaming. Peace.
You taking a strap? I'm strapped up.
What was that about?
Let's make the fight happen. We strapped the fuck up.